Maybe if we're banging on the side of the head, it just.
It says we're live. It says we're live.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm always the last to know. Last to know. Hello, everybody. Welcome, and it is Sci-Fi Sunday, and we are going to be talking about weird science. And tonight I'm joined by some good friends of mine. I'm joined by my good pal Trenchy from the Soulless Trench Coat, and my other good friend Jen from Jen's Reviews from the Grave. And Jen, you've got a bra on your head.
Am I late? I couldn't find an Irish Ken doll, so we're just Marty's gonna have to have long hair when he gets here. We're gonna do this. That's why I showed up, Ethel. We're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do the ceremony, right? You guys said you
you're gonna give Marty boob?
No, I'm not gonna give Marty boobs. I don't have a Ken doll. This was all I had, Trenchy.
Oh my God. Jen's door behind her is going to explode, and Marty's going to be standing there like with the moody lighting and the smoke, and he's going to be like, "What would you maniacs like to do first?"
Yay! Bang, Marty! That's what I'd like to do first. 5 seconds in, Ethel. 5 seconds in.
I just want to point out hello to everybody. Hello, Brian. Hello, Stephanie. And hello, John Steele. Talking about weird science. Of course, John Steele with the quote here. Pop up on the screen. Would you already? Jeez, this thing is slow. All right. Well, apparently you can either see it or you can't. I don't know. It's slow on my end.
It's there. It's there.
This, of course, a quote from the movie. Bill Paxton made that quote up himself. That's something he didn't really make it up. His father made it up. That's something his father used to say to him, when he was hungover and stuff. In the college years, I guess.
Very cool.
Oh, we got someone in the back. I could let them in. Oh, we got Kara. Get on in here. If it'll do it. There we go. And of course, we got Kara of Master of Fear. What's up?
Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
Hello.
So I guess let me start up. You got everybody here has seen Weird Science, right?
Nope, never seen it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a fashion statement tonight.
It's just a wild coincidence.
It's like wild coinky dink.
Yeah, totally. Just a coincidence. Has nothing to do with the film.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I feel all 80s babies have had to see this movie. It was a rite of passage.
And it made its way onto cable quite often. So like if you were an 80s baby or even if you were a 90s child, you would have come in contact with this movie.
Yeah. And it's a great one.
Absolutely.
I saw that on the back.
Say what, Kara?
Oh, I saw this in the back room. I think it's been at least a year now since I saw it, but like I joined a back room stream and they were playing Weird Science and they started it over. I remember that. And I just watched the full movie. That was my introduction to Weird Science.
Very cool.
And of course, Kara, not to put you on the spot, but of course you're from a slightly newer generation. How does this movie hit with you? It being such a product of the 80s.
to be honest about it, it's an okay film. It is very much of the time, but I do like very very much like the one thing that I can say stuck out from this film that is still kind of referenced to today's standards, like to my generation, was actually the brother dude, the military dude who turns into like a crap monster. That thing's still around, so I saw that before I saw the film.
Very cool.
So that stuck around. The film is like, it has been a while because I watched it on the backroom stream, but like from my memory here, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad either. It was just
Aw, that makes me sad.
Now, of course, this is a John Hughes film. John Hughes, famous for doing Uncle Buck, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Which Trench, that's a favorite of yours, isn't it? And 16 Candles.
I really like Planes, Trains, Automobiles. It's good. I think I like Uncle Buck a little bit better, but I like Planes and Trains.
Trenchy, you've seen Uncle Buck? Why did I think that was I was the only one to ever see that movie? I haven't really heard people talk about that movie, Uncle Buck. I watched that when I was a kid. I think it was my cousin or someone put it on.
Yeah, me too.
And they're like, "Oh, this is Uncle Buck."
For some reason, Uncle Buck is one of those movies I like to watch around Thanksgiving time. I don't know why. It feels right. It feels like the thing to do.
Yeah, I get that.
But of course, that's the late John Candy, who's no longer with us. That would be why he's late. But anyway. John Hughes did this movie. He did it at the same time he was working on Breakfast Club. And actually, the name of the high school that Gary and Wyatt go to is the same name of the high school in Breakfast Club. So there's a fun little connection. It's like, is it the same universe? I suppose it is. I don't know.
That'd be pretty strange.
With those in both. That's weird.
So it's like he's in the same high school,
but two different characters, or at least their names.
But well, I think we all had that one kid that. Well, like I think we all had that one kid that looked like that other kid that goes to our high school.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely did.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's a different kid for each person. That one kid, he looks like, oh, Bob, he looks like John over there. Weird.
He looks like
Weird. They're not even related.
It'd be pretty weird if they took place in the same universe.
It would be weird. It's a shared universe, Kara. You should be all into that.
Well, the stuff that happened, I've never seen Breakfast Club, but I'm pretty sure the stuff that happens in Weird Science is nothing like the stuff that happens in Breakfast Club.
Well, it's a John Hughes movie, so there's some parallels. Like John Hughes, he was a wonderful director, but he definitely had a style and a flavor that you could kind of see. You can definitely know you're watching a John Hughes movie. He definitely had a signature.
Yeah. Like, he'd have that thing where he'd have the characters break the fourth wall by looking directly at the camera or talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Like that's a very John Hughesy thing to do.
Yeah, and we're usually about teenagers. Most of his films are about teenagers to some degree.
Yeah. In fact, this is actually considered one of John Hughes's weaker films. Widely. Which I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't consider it a weak film, but yeah. Sorry,
I
Jen.
wouldn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. I keep cutting everybody off. I think I'm lagging, but I was just saying that I would. This is actually, it's not my favorite John Hughes films, but it would be in my top 3. Maybe even second.
No, this is definitely. Oh.
Sorry.
It's definitely up there for me, like Ferris Bueller or Uncle Buck. You know, this is sort of like a classic for me. I watched this one a lot growing up.
I would say it's not like my. I said it's okay, but you know, I do think it's better than Ferris Bueller. I do think that, like, I haven't seen all of this guy's films. I've only seen, like, I think a few, but I've only seen Weird Science once, so definitely need to rewatch it again and like get an overview or something again. But from what I remember of Weird Science, I do think I do enjoy it more than I did watching Ferris Bueller. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I cannot say it right. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Ferris
Fit-
Bueller.
I'm sorry. I can't
there-
say it right, and I don't know why.
No biggie. We know what you mean.
Bueller. Bueller.
Ferris
Bueller.
Bueller. First. God damn it! I
It's a
can't
tongue
do
twister.
it. Why do you have to choose such a complicated name?
So yeah. So not only was this shot at the same time, Breakfast Club. This actually was written by John Hughes in 2 days. This was a 2-day write-up for the script.
No wonder it's so insane.
Also, in this movie, I guess we got to talk about a little bit who was in this. We had Kelly LeBrock in this movie, who was she was Andy Stewart in Hard to Kill, and she was Charlotte in Woman in Red, and it's kind of funny. She initially turned down the role of Lisa in this movie because she was vacationing in France, and she quote unquote was having too much fun riding horses. Oh, okay.
When you say riding
Hey,
horses,
you want to make a movie? You want to make some money? Well, you know, there is an interesting thing about Kelly horses. I've mentioned it to Trench previously. I have theories on this, but
I'd like to know. I'm curious.
Well,
Oh, no.
she ended up quitting acting, and she moved out on a ranch by herself with her horse, who is her best friend and her quote-unquote greatest love, and they sleep outside under the...
Bestiality! I'm gonna say it! Bestiality! If no one else knows,
Make of that what you will.
bestiality!
No, Jen. No bestiality. No, Jen. No.
I'm not saying
Especially with
me.
a horse.
I'm not saying me. I'm just saying we were all thinking it, guys. We were all thinking it.
No, we weren't.
No, Jen. Jen. It's just a pet horse. That's all, Jen. It's just no. I'm just denying.
I'm
in denial. Forever. I shall stay there.
Tracy, did you
Segway.
cross your mind? Really?
No. Segway. Brian said Robert Downey Jr. Someone do something.
What's with Robert Downey
I
Jr.?
don't know. We should talk about Robert Downey Jr. I think. I don't know. He's in the movie.
Well, he was in this film.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He was in this.
Was he in this?
Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
bully.
he played.
One of them.
He played the bully named Ian. And
Oh yeah, because I remember
know,
talking about
obviously Robert Downey. Yeah, no, you good. Obviously Robert Downey Jr. eventually, hugely successful in the Iron Man movies and the Marvel movies and
All kinds
great,
of movies.
terrific. Business. Oh, see, Jen, we weren't the only ones who were thinking it.
See, there you go, Trenchy. See, it's not just me.
Oh.
You're surrounded by perverts.
My bad.
I can admit I was thinking it, but
You had enough class not to say it out loud, right?
yes, I didn't want to say it out loud, but Jen, of course, you took the crown of saying it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's what I'm here for. That's why Ethel keeps me around.
Jen will go where nobody else will go with the conversation, and
I'm not going with a
that
horse.
takes guts.
I'm not sleeping with a horse. I mean, Marty's well endowed, I think, but
Oh no!
Well, not.
I don't need to know about Marty, Jen. I don't need to know. I don't need that information.
Oh goodness!
Back to weird science. Back to weird science. Ethel, weird science.
He's gonna kill me.
Yes. So back to weird science. We had Robert Downey Jr. as Ian the bully, and we had Robert Ressler as Max the bully, and of course he would later go on to be Ron Grady in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which one? Fun fact: Robert Downey Jr. actually drove him to the audition for that part in Nightmare on Elm Street, like right after they wrapped with this.
Oh, very cool. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was pretty cool. And of course, we've got Bill Paxton in this movie, who was Hudson in Aliens, and he was Bill Harding in Twister, and Fred Hayes in Apollo 13. Apollo 13, guys, great movie.
Dark.
Yeah. So of course, Bill Paxton also unfortunately no longer with us. But hey, it happens. And in this movie, we had Anthony Michael Hall, who was he was Tommy Doyle in Kills.
He was, and he was awesome. He was fucking awesome. I love Anthony Michael Hall. Fucking love him. He's my 80s baby. Woo!
Oh, Brian, you didn't like Apollo 13? What?
I saw that in school. I don't remember the movie, but I remember the title. I remember seeing that in school. Like, I don't remember it at all, but I remember the title, then being like, oh, this is Apollo 13 or whatever.
It's about space.
At least I think. Yeah, space.
Of course.
Space.
No surprise to that movie. Like, I mean, it's Apollo 13. It's a real life story full of actual drama, and it had a happy ending. And you had Tom Hanks in there who was acting his buns off, and he didn't even need a volleyball with a face to co-star with. So I mean, it's great.
Yeah, and he had to get over his wife marrying somebody else, the bitch.
I thought Bruce Willis was in
Oh.
that movie.
Now I think you're thinking of what is it? Space Cowboys?
No, I think you think you're
Or
Armageddon.
no, it's
Armageddon.
Because wait, is that the one where Ben Affleck's dating Bruce Willis's daughter?
Yeah, that's Armageddon.
Oh, I thought that was Apollo 13. My
It's
bad.
easy. I can see where you.
Hey, we all know this. Wilson was the true star of that movie. We all know that. Wilson was the true star. That volleyball acting, wonderful. It was wonderful in every part.
You know he fucked that volleyball.
Oh God, Jen,
Well,
no,
he didn't.
no. Not the poor
He did not
Wilson.
sexually assault. That was going too far.
I didn't say sexually assault, Richie. I said he fucked it. It could have been consensual. I'm not shaming anybody. If you want to get on,
I don't know. Can Wilson give
Oh my
consent?
God.
I think
Hey,
He's
that
kinda
ball,
like a
that
child.
ball did not have a hole in it.
Consent.
There is no proof, Jen. No proof. The volleyball did not have a hole in it.
Oh well, there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? All you.
Oh my God, Jen! No, not Wilson.
So, all right. So whether or not he had sex with the volleyball is immaterial. I think. You got Anthony Michael Hall in this, who was also in the Dead Zone. You got Ian Mitchell Smith. Oh, we're in the land of the three named people here. Ian Mitchell Smith, who was Andy McAllister in Superboy. Remember Superboy?
Now I don't remember Superboy. Now that one, I'm gonna stare blankly at you, Ethel. I don't know Superboy.
Well, it was
I'm a comic fan, and I don't even know.
You don't know 1989 or 1990. They had a TV show, live action, called Superboy.
I didn't know there was
I
a
know
show
what
called
it is. I
Superboy.
just never seen it.
I know, I know
I
who
know what it is,
Superboy
though.
is from the
Mr.
comics,
Mitchell
but
was
I
in it.
didn't know there was a show about him.
Yeah, there was a show. There was a show, and it was Superboy. It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. You can always check it out. It's on Tubi for free. You can watch it, and it's not the best written TV show, but back in the day, if you wanted Superman, that's where you went. I mean, unless you wanted to watch like the old George Reeves, or you wanted to watch the Christopher Reeves, the Richard Donner movies. I mean, you know, so you got the serial Richard Donner movies.
Or Dean Cain.
Or Dean Cain, which, you know, that's not bad. That wasn't bad either.
No.
Again, not the best writing.
No.
You know, it's
You take what you
it
can
is.
get in this
It's a
world.
thing. It happened.
Dean Cain.
They gave us Superman doing Superman things, and that's all we wanted back then. It was a simpler time.
Yes.
He tried. I think he did better than Brandon Ralph.
Yeah.
For
Up,
sure.
up and away.
Sorry. He was also, in addition to being in Superboy, he was also in Journey to the Center of the Earth. I think it was a made-for-TV movie. I don't know if you remember that one at all. That's like way back. That fell down the rabbit hole.
I think I kind of know what you're talking about with that one. Sort of. It's a dim memory.
Yeah, it felt like it was a pilot for a TV show, and then they just couldn't get it together.
Mm-hmm. More than likely, that's what it was.
I think.
I've
Yeah,
seen Journey
I think
to
it
the
was
Center
on-
of the Earth.
Sorry.
sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen Journey to the Center of the Earth. I've also seen
Oh,
Journey
there's
to the
multiple
Mysterious
versions.
Island. Then I probably haven't seen that one. I saw a movie. It was like a movie. It had
Yeah.
Who was that one actor?
You saw the Brendan Fraser version that we all saw in the
Yes.
early 2000s. Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, no, this was like early 1990s, like 90, 92, 93, somewhere around there.
I think I've seen it. It rings a dim bell.
A dim
Yeah,
bell.
they had a big drill machine, and they went down to the center of the earth, and then there's like this evil overlord down there, and like he's got all sorts of tubes.
Very cool. Yeah, I think so.
That sounds better than what I watched.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible. Like, I mean, I've seen worse. Guys, can you believe I've seen worse?
Oh, yeah, actually, I can. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
An evil overlord underground? That sounds like the perfect movie for all the goofiness.
But no, so you know, he was in that, and let's see, I mentioned everybody else. Yeah, so the movie was made in 2 days. Yeah. There's a fun story to because of Trench's name, I think of it. You know, there's a part in the movie where they go to try and make another woman for the bullies so that they'll be friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they do everything correctly, except they forget to hook up the doll, and they bring a missile into the house, basically.
Again,
and
the
special
right there because it looked like a penis to me as a kid. It looked like it looked like a giant phallic penis.
It wasn't a penis. There was a bomb. I remember watching that with Mac and telling him there was a bomb in their room. They need to be worried about that and not the biker gang. And Mac was like, "No, he's got to stop the biker gang." And I'm like, "No, there's a bomb in the room. They need to focus on the bomb."
No, it was a penis. Trenchy, you're with me, right?
What? Jesus.
It looked like
Why?
The nuclear bomb in the room.
Not because it's a penis, because it's a bomb.
Trenchy, how many tall mushrooms did you see in this movie?
What? I didn't see any. I only see what John draws. That is all John's fault.
Well, you did see the butt pirate. Arg!
Because John drew it.
It looked like it was coming through, you know, I mean, literally. And I was like, that's a giant penis. And little Jen was like, yay, giant penises. I wish someone would put a giant penis through my house.
I remember that. I remember that from the stream, just yelling at Mac about the bomb. Because I'm like, why are they worried about the biker gang when there's a fucking bomb in their room? And I was like, it could kill everyone.
It could go off at any moment, you could say.
Oh my god.
Oh, just to answer Brian, no, this is the DVD. This is the flashback edition DVD of Weird Science that I have here. See, not a VHS. I have the VHS though, which I should have dug it out for this, but I didn't because I'm not sure where I put it. I have it in a box somewhere.
I might have it. I don't know if I have it on VHS.
I gave it a okay rating at the beginning of this stream, but you know what? I gotta give it a good rating because now my memories of it are starting to come back. You know, I gotta give it a good for all the weird shit. The bomb, the biker gang, the frozen grandparents or whatever when they froze them.
That was cool too.
You know, they just were like frozen there in the cupboard or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta give it a good for that. Yeah, I'm giving it a good. It's not just okay. It's good. I'll give it that.
No, it's definitely it's a cult classic. It's a cult classic. And that scene with the missile coming out, the intercontinental ballistic nuclear missile coming through the floor and all that was a really expensive scene to shoot. It cost $100,000. And when they were filming it, Anthony Michael Hall, well, he kind of farted, like in a big way, and you can't make this up. It broke all the other actors' concentration, and I guess they had to mess with the footage, and they had to actually shoot it and run it in reverse and tweak it to get it to not, like, to salvage it, because it was $100,000.
Jesus.
So his fart almost 86 the nuclear missile out of the whole film.
Did he do it on purpose, or was it an accident?
It was a plan.
I don't know. I guess that wasn't the only bomb in that house.
It was those goddamn enchiladas.
Well, there is a Friday the 13th connection, Trenchies, in this movie, so that you could be right.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
That's awesome. Hey, American Werewolf in New Jersey. Welcome.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
They put him on the screen with his hey all. Hey all. Expensive scene. Pretty much almost ruined, but they salvaged it. Thank goodness, because it looks great on the film. Another thing. You know that scene where the woman playing the piano gets sucked into the chimney?
Yeah.
Actually, that was a former Playboy model, and she actually did that stunt herself.
Very cool. I didn't know that. Very cool.
So that's an interesting scene.
This is a very horny movie.
Fact, I mean.
Weird Science is a very horny movie.
No, only you. Only you,
the 80s. The 80s were a very horny decade.
That explains me. That explains me. I am a product of my generation.
Speaking of which, speaking of which, that scene where Lisa's showering with Gary and Wyatt, Kelly LeBrock did that with bikini bottoms on, and she had black electrical tape over her nipples so that they couldn't see anything.
Very cool.
So there's that. So I mean, it was horny, but there was decency. There was an attempt at some sort of decency or modesty.
PG-13 horny, in other words. PG-13 horny.
PG-13 horny, indeed. Also, in one of the scenes of the film, there's I think it's when they're in the bedroom and they're talking about creating a woman. Gary and Wyatt are. I think you can see a Playboy magazine. I think it's that scene where you see it, and it's actually the issue that had Kelly LeBrock in it.
Cool. That's appropriate. That's a cool little Easter egg.
Yeah, so it's a fun little Easter egg. And, yeah. Oh, sorry, Trench?
Well, I didn't say anything.
I was saying
I
that
heard you start to say something.
I think it cut me out. I think the thing is like cutting out for me. I don't know. I was saying my one big question for this movie is how did they create a whole human being with a crappy computer from the 80s or 90s or whatever?
80s.
What? The 80s. And it was a Macintosh.
Yeah, but it's still we can't create people with the computers we have now.
Macintoshes were the shit, though. Like, those were expensive.
Yeah, and you gotta, and like, Kara, you're missing the whole point. Is it's not just the computer itself. They connected it to the supercomputer, to the government supercomputer.
It's a horny.
So like, it had like, yeah. It had extra. It had extra.
It's called Weird Silence.
It's alive. It's alive. It's a horny teenage 80s Frankenstein story.
It's called Weird Science, but there's nothing science about it. It's magic. It's all magic.
No, they used the computer to create her. And somehow that gives her the powers to do things.
Yep.
Like
she has Einstein's
summon
brain.
a rowdy biker gang. Yeah. Which, guys, what did you think of the biker gang scene? Because that for me is a standout fun scene.
For me, I always think of Hills Have Eyes because Michael Berryman, and I always wondered if he was playing his character from Hills Have Eyes. I never could confirm that, but in my head canon, that's what I like to think.
Yes, totally same character. The biker gang in that they definitely look weird. They are definitely a product of the time, which the whole movie is. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it very much is, you know, from that period of time, and, you know, it's not a bad thing, but, you know, it just is.
Well, yeah, like Brian makes a good point. She does make them does make them better people. Like, they get actual real girlfriends instead of like lusting after some computer created woman. Kids of today, take note of this. You know, maybe don't spend time with the computer generated. Huh?
That was a burn, Ethel. That was a burn to all the youngins.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know, maybe get out there, meet some real people. Go. I don't know. Take a girl out to the prom or whatever it is you kids do. To the sock hop. Take her out to the sock hop. You know, maybe visit a malt shop. You know, you get some shakes from your local soda jerk at the drugstore and take a drive-in movie together.
You've lost these youngins. You've lost the youngins, Ethel. We've lost the cool hip people.
Well, sometimes meeting people on the internet is better than the people you meet in real life.
Can't argue with that either. Me of all people.
I mean, look at Jen with Marty. Jen with Marty.
Ben Grimm brings up an interesting thought. Who would you have as your genie? That kind of makes me wonder, is this a genie story? Like, is this, because she does basically grant everybody's wishes. Is this a genie story? Is she a genie?
She's a little bit of one, but she's not. She's not like, she's kind of a malicious, not necessarily malicious, but she teaches them a lesson. She gives you what you want, but you got to be very specific what you ask for, which I guess is for any genie.
Yeah. I would have Trenchy be my genie. Trenchy, you're a genie. Grant my wishes.
Wait, what?
Grant my wishes.
I don't know how.
Grant them.
You gotta wait, Kara. You gotta realize though, if you have Trenchy as your genie, every wish is gonna have some backdoor way of having dwarves or goats involved.
Or hats. Or cheese.
That'd be worth it. Yay, cheese! I wish for a giant thing of cheese. That would be awesome. I can climb on it and eat it.
So if someone had me,
Yeah,
is
a
there
giant-
a everything would have penises?
I don't think. Well, depending on the person, they might like that with the catch. I guess they might like that.
Maybe.
Jen is the genie of tall mushroom.
Wait, does that mean if they ask for $1 billion, they'd get $1 billion, but instead of presidents, it would have penises on it?
No, they just get 1 billion penises. If I fuck
Well,
the
no.
dollars, it'd just be 1 billion penises.
Well, it would be maybe it would be $1 billion worth of penises.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice.
Wait.
Shop ahoy!
Like, oh wait, but this could backfire. What if this could backfire? What if it just means you get Bill Gates' dick in a box? Like, this could be bad.
You make your wish, you take your chances.
Why can't
at
we
least
do their
with-
Bezos
at least with
instead?
Wear a condom.
At least if you got your giant wheel of cheese wish from Trenchy, it would probably be goat cheese delivered on a cart drawn by dwarves wearing fancy hats.
Yay.
Yay! Giant dwarf served cheese wheel pudding. Yay! So yeah, I don't know. I always sort of thought of the character Lisa as more like a witch than a genie, but I don't know.
I can see that too. She's not a bad character exactly. But she has a little mischief to her. She's very mischievous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trench, how did you interpret the?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, sorry, Kara. Need to cut across.
I was just saying how she does bad things, yes, but those bad things have a purpose. They're to teach the boys to be better than they are, and even for the biker gang, for example, that was so they would stand up for themselves.
Mm. Good point.
All right. Like Trench, how did you interpret her special abilities?
I don't know. I guess they were just some sort of robot magic. I get the genie kind of comparison. I do, I guess there are some I Dream of Genie vibes and stuff like that in there, but I would probably go more with the witch, but I would say that she was she was just like a kind of like servant. She was more of like a mother figure to the boys in a way, because she would help them have fun, but when shit came to it, she knew that she had to be a little stern to make sure they were doing the right thing and put them on the right path.
Oh yeah. Oh hey,
Kind
Kelly.
of like the Cat in the
By the
Hat
way,
story in a weird way.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Not the Cat in the Hat movie. The Cat in the Hat book was the one I was referencing, Trinchy.
Hey, Kelly. Oh, no, but the Cat in the Hat movie, he teaches them lessons by almost killing them and almost killing their dog and torturing them. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, kind of is.
But I wasn't referencing the movie, Trinchy. I was referencing the book. The book. Way better than movie with Shrek
Mike
in it.
Myers.
So, Kara, when you were referencing the Michael Myers version of Cat in the Hat, did you overlook the storybook at all, or like, did you mean to mention that?
Huh? Sorry, you cut out there a bit.
No, never mind. So the film was a success, and John Hughes was kind of more into making Breakfast Club at the time, and he kind of didn't like working on this because he felt like it was taking his time away from Breakfast Club. Which I don't know. It's given the comparison, I like both movies, but I would much rather watch this than Breakfast Club. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I like Breakfast Club, but I'm kind of with you. I think I like Weird Science. In fact, I think for John Hughes movies, I think my favorite is 16 Candles, and then I think it's the Weird Science, and Breakfast Club would probably be a third for me. So.
I haven't seen Breakfast Club, so I'll have to check it out and see which one I prefer. Which I think it's going to be Weird Science because I like all the weirdness. It definitely lives up to the name. But the question, were you asking me, because it kind of cut out there, were you asking me about, like, did I overlook the Cat in the Hat movie, or what? Was that the question?
No, I was just making a joke. Because you were very adamant you didn't like the movie. So I was... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The time for that was past. Yeah, I'd say that, Brian. It's got good rewatchability. The jokes, they don't really get old. It hits a kind of a balance.
But I still
and
say
what other movie do you get that turns like, I don't know, maybe 16 Candles would be more memorable if one of the characters got turned into an inanimate piece of shit.
But the scene where he's at the door and he's like, married. I loved that scene as a kid. Christian says it's so racist, but I don't care. It's a fucking funny scene. Married, yes, sheesh. I love the foreign exchange student. Long duck dong. Because again, it sounds like his penis is named after a duck who has a long dong or neck. I fucking love 16 Candles. It's very racist, but I don't care. It's a product of its time. It was fine.
Definitely.
So the movie, despite it being not his favorite thing to do, I guess I should say, it was successful. It was received critically. It was received with mixed reviews. Like, I think Siskel and Ebert at the time, they did it on their show At the Movies. And Roger Ebert liked it. Gene Siskel didn't like it. He thought the humor was crude and there was too much sex jokes in it and all that. But Ebert liked it because it was... And of course, all the youngster millennials watching are thinking, who is Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel? What are you talking about? Are they on TikTok?
I give it a
They're the
thumbs
monster
down.
from Willow.
Thumbs down.
Say what, Trent?
I said they're the monster from Willow.
Awesome, Trenchy.
I think it was Willow that had the monster name after Roger and Ebert. I think. I'm not.
It was Godzilla, wasn't it? Didn't they make a reference to him in the Godzilla one too? From the one.
Oh yeah, they're in Godzilla. They're in the '98 Godzilla. Horrible movie, but they're there.
Yeah.
It was not a horrible movie. You got freaking Broderick singing to worms.
And P. Diddy.
Oh fuck, Matthew Broderick! You can get hit by a bus.
And P. Diddy did the soundtrack.
My bad.
Song. Or Puff Daddy.
I'm sorry. I hate that movie.
Everyone does.
Well, no, Apple likes it.
I mean,
I think.
No, I like it. It's great. Like, it's not, as long as you look at it like it's not a Godzilla film, it's okay.
But Ethel, the name of the movie is Godzilla.
Well, it's not even good as a movie.
It's hard to know.
Like you got
Godzilla when it's in the name.
But you got the French mercenaries who pretend to be Americans by chewing gum, and you got Matthew Broderick singing to the worms, and then you got the annoying girl that looks like Kathy Griffin, and then you got like them name dropping Gojira, and it's like, no, it's fun. It's fun.
I gotta go with Tracy on this. It's not that good of a movie, Ethel. I'm not trying to take the piss out of you, but it's not a good movie.
No offense. I like Garbage Pail Kids. Even I can't stand Godzilla.
We all have things in our movie history. Not judging. Maybe judging a little bit, but not a lot. I can't.
They used animatronic. It wasn't 100% CG. They used animatronics in there, and that was pretty impressive. Sure, it didn't look like Godzilla, and it sort of looked like it wanted to be a T-Rex, but they used almost a full-size animatronic torso.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Which Godzilla are we talking?
I don't know, though. It happens.
Hey, Scott.
This movie was successful, and then, huh? Oh, Scott. We got Scott Stevens. Hey, Scott Stevens. Enjoy a nice glass of wine with your weird science.
Hello.
I should drink wine, Ethel. I should come on here and drink wine. I would probably be a lot more unhinged and not so repressed, guys. What do you think? Should Jen start bringing alcohol to these things?
You're repressed?
Yeah. Exactly. I think I need to drink wine, guys. I think we can unearth a lot. I'm gonna start bringing.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Trent.
This sounds scary. One time I came into one of your streams and you were upside down, and I think you were sober.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yes, I don't. This is scary territory.
I'm gonna start drinking wine.
You think things got crazy with the ranch dressing? You haven't seen anything yet.
I know, exactly. You're gonna have to get like black bars because I'll start.
Who doesn't love crazy? Come on, Trichy. Who doesn't love crazy?
I know I look Amish, Scott. I'm wearing a bra on my head. We were thinking maybe
it's ceremonial. It's ceremonial, Scott. It's don't worry about it.
Would anyone see me as Amish, guys? Really? You guys know me pretty well. Would any of you be fooled that Jen... I'm converting, Scott!
So yeah, this film there's a couple different versions. There's the original version, there's the theatrical version. There's the HD DVD version where apparently they've replaced the scene where she's in the mall and they're playing Pretty Woman with Oingo Boingo.
Okay. They did do the sound.
So there's two different versions.
Which version do you prefer?
Well, I grew up with the version with Pretty Woman, so it feels weird to have the other thing in there. I don't know. Jen, have you heard the other version?
Yes, I have, but I'm like you. I saw the first time, or the initial viewings I watched it. It was with. I remember it with. I'm so old. I remember with Pretty Woman. Back in my day, we had Roy Orbison in the mall. Yeah, I remember that version real well. I kind of think it works better with Roy Orbison, but I get why they had to change it. And Oingo Boingo did do the soundtrack, so. Not my favorite Oingo Boingo song. Weird Science has never been a favorite song of mine. If we're gonna go for an Oingo Boingo, give me Dead Man's Party any day. So.
I don't know. I think I really like that song. Not to be contrary, but to each their own. I thought it was kind of cool. It was great that the movie had like a lyrical feel.
Yeah, Christian
and it fits the movie. And I'm guilty of pulling that song out on my house mixer.
Yeah, I get you.
You know?
I totally
It just
understand where
fits.
you're coming from. Christian loves that song.
It's very
I get
catchy.
you. But it is catchy. I just like Dead Man's Party. That's the one that I pull out. When I go to Oingo Boingo, I pull out Dead Man's Party myself. That's just me, though.
I don't remember which one
Man's
I saw with the song. I don't know if I saw the one with the Oingo Boingo song or Pretty Woman song. I don't remember. I remember which one they were playing. I guess I'll have to check out one I don't know. How can you tell the difference between the versions?
Just in a certain scene, you'll hear a Roy Orbison singing Pretty Woman, and then in the same scene, you might hear Oingo Boingo instead of Roy Orbison.
So
Yeah.
I'll just have to see which one I can get my hands on and, just see which one.
Very cool. It's
But,
a good tune.
No, yeah, it's good. You check it out. But yeah, so the movie did well. It's attained cult status, and then around about 10 years after that, like maybe it was 9.5 years, but it was around the 10th year anniversary, they came out with a TV show on USA Network.
They did.
There's a TV show?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a TV show.
Is it like a reboot or is it like a continuation?
Continuation.
Yeah, they had to replace Kelly LeBrock, and they had to replace Anthony Michael Hall and Ian Mitchell Smith and Bill Paxton. But it's not bad.
Yeah. I was telling Ethel before we got on thing, if you didn't have anything better to do on a Saturday night, it was a decent thing to kind of watch. They played it along with Duckman.
Yeah. It came on just before Duckman. And Jen, did they do 2 episodes back to back, or was it an hour long? Because I'm having trouble remembering.
I think at one point, I think they did both. I think initially it was just 1 episode, and then I think when they were kind of messing around with time things, I think you did get a couple, like 2 episodes back to back. I remember they did do a stretch where it was 2 back to back. I think so. So, and
Which
you had.
I always liked it when they do that on. Oh, sorry, Jen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I apologize, guys, because I must be lagging really bad. I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say I always liked it when they do that back in the day with TV shows. They put like just 2 episodes back to back. Not this thing they do now where they put like 5 or 6 episodes back to back and they do it every day. But like no, when they do just 2 episodes.
Yeah, you felt like it was kind of neat. You got a little double dose.
Yeah, and it was cool because sometimes they do that thing where they play where the first episode was the last episode they showed. It was the second episode they showed from the last week or the last time.
Mm-hmm. So if you missed
So
it,
it's like
you could catch up.
years.
You know? So if you missed it, yeah. So you wouldn't be completely left out, and if you saw it, you still enjoyed it because you liked it, and you know presumably you want to watch it again and then watch the next one. So cool.
How long did the show go for, or is it still going?
And it went on for about 5 seasons.
No. Yeah, which is good. I didn't think they'd get that kind of longevity.
In fact, didn't they have like a few unaired episodes that Sci-Fi played for a while? I remember something that Sci-Fi had it for a little while, like later on, and they played a couple of episodes that USA never played. They were like lost episodes or something. I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, it was. They had 2 or 3 episodes of the show that didn't make it to its original broadcast, and then when they ported it over to Sci-Fi Channel because I guess it's not common knowledge, but at the time, Sci-Fi Channel and USA Network are actually they're owned by the same company.
Yeah, brother and sister kind of thing.
So it did from the other channel onto their channel because you know they're owned by. Yeah, they were sister channels.
And it makes sense. I mean, Sci-Fi and Weird Science.
Which additional? Yeah. No, it's definitely. That's why we talk about it tonight on Sci-Fi Sunday because it is science fiction, very much so. But that's also fun wrestling fact. That's also how we ended up getting ECW on Sci-Fi Channel. It's because USA had Raw and USA owned Sci-Fi, so they were able to get a deal with Vince and all them. So it's a fun little sidebar there.
Very cool.
Yeah, Tuesday nights, right, Ethel? Was it Tuesday or Thursday they had ECW?
It was Tuesday because Thursday nights were SmackDown until they moved SmackDown to Fridays. Right. And of course, Raw was always Monday night.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends you'd have Velocity, and then you'd have Sunday Night Heat.
Very cool.
Very cool. But anyway, that's wrestling, and wrestling isn't science fiction at all. Well, maybe it is.
It was with Hulk Hogan.
A little bit.
It was with Hulk Hogan, kind of. See, I retain stuff.
Would you say the show is a bit underrated?
What was that, Cara?
I was asking if you would you say the show is underrated, like it deserves more praise than it gets?
I would say, it deserves a little bit more than it got for attention. Like
it was decent. It was decent. I didn't love the show, but I mean it was something to watch.
It
wasn't
where would
the
you
best.
put it
Well,
on the level of the movie.
It wasn't. Oh, the movie's way better.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a movie. It has like 3 times the budget the TV show had, and it had. I'm sorry, I don't mean to down the actors on the TV show, but it had better actors,
Yeah.
and it was better written.
Yeah. I would agree with all of that. But for what it wasn't.
But that being said, the TV show was entertaining. Like the TV show was solidly entertaining.
Well, I mean, as long as it, as long as it's entertaining, I guess. I guess that's something with it.
9 times out of 10, the movie's gonna trump the TV show. There's only a few cases I can think of where the TV show rivals the movie or might be better. But that doesn't mean it doesn't need to exist. Usually the TV shows are fun in their own way.
Yeah, you gotta accept it for what it is and kind of put the movie out of your mind when you watch a TV show adaptation.
Where can you find it now? Where can you find the TV show?
Speaking of TV shows, well, you could find the TV show. I think you can get it on DVD. I think it actually has a DVD. Fun fact: if you get this version, if you get this release of Weird Science, the flashback edition, you actually get the pilot episode of the Weird Science TV show.
Oh,
Put that up there so you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it kind of gives you like
you probably
that version of the film gives you kind of introduction to the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right, I think that's the idea because what is this? Is this Universal? Yep, guaranteed. This is a Universal release, so that means this movie is probably a Universal property. And fun fact: Universal not only owns USA and Sci-Fi Channel, they also own NBC, and it would make sense that they would release an episode of the TV show on the flashback edition of the movie because they want to sell DVDs of the TV show, and how else are they going to get you to buy it? Well, you like the movie, you're a fan of the movie, check out the TV series. Hey kids, did you know we made a TV series back in the 90s? Here's your gateway. And
it's like
and
a
that's
drug
what it is.
dealer. The first hit's free.
First hit's free, the next will cost you.
Money.
And speaking of NBC, very, very odd thing to happen after you've been in a successful movie. But Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr. both were briefly cast members of Saturday Night Live.
They were. You're right.
Which was on NBC.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. You're right.
And that's seen as a step down when you go to do a TV show after you've been in a movie, especially when it's a sketch TV show with an ensemble type cast of not well-knowns.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't finish a whole season. I think he did half a season and then he bounced. But he wasn't there.
Yeah. Very cool. I forgot about that.
A fun fact. Oh, we got Brian recommending the Blu-ray version of Weird Science. Brian, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I won't be able to watch it. But no, he is right though. It has 3 cuts of the film. And mine just has the distinction of having an episode of the TV show on it, which, hey, by the way, I picked this up for $4. Brand new, $4. So,
Pretty awesome.
you know, you can't you can't shake a stick at that, or that's nothing to put in a horse's mouth, Kelly LeBrock. So, you know.
Wait, what?
I hope she didn't name the horse Mr. Ed.
She named the horse Buttercup, and they're true lovers.
As you wish, Ethel, as you wish.
Look, I'm not saying that Kelly LeBrock has sex with horses, but she definitely. I'm not saying she has sex with horses, but she definitely had sex with a horse.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
I'm just happy you said buttercup and not butterscotch.
Why? Because it melts in your mouth and not in your hand?
There is deep-rooted traumatic reasons.
I get that. But did you get my innuendo? You know, because a horse's cock instead of in your hand, it's in your mouth.
Yeah.
And it melts. And maybe it tastes like butterscotch.
Maybe. Jen, maybe she named it like when she took it to the vet, it raised an eyebrow when they read its name, and its name was M&M, and she explained that it's because he melts in her mouth and not her hands.
Exactly. There you go. Takes more than peanut butter sometimes, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, God.
Oh, Trenchy, who else would do this? You have fun, right? In a traumatizing kind of way?
Well, it's fun. I keep coming back.
That's true.
Well, I come back to talk about the horse again. We went in a circle. Yay! Yeah, I don't know why the stream keeps kicking me. I guess my internet's just bad.
It's okay.
Well,
we were just talking about, the horses coming in their mouths and not their hands.
what's it? It's giving me well,
Like
so you're not
M&Ms?
alone.
Now I want some M&Ms, damn it.
Wait, what?
You know, when she said she was having too much fun riding her horse, we didn't understand what she meant, you know.
Oh, I did.
Kelly LeBrock is a strange animal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Animal adventures.
Oh my god. Right and wild, am I right?
Exactly. I wonder if she uses a whip, Ethel. You think she uses a whip on her horses?
Oh, no.
Little bee.
She getting kinky. She getting kinky.
Leather. I want to be an equestrian now! Wee!
I wish Robert Downey Jr. was the most fucked up person who worked on this movie. Why couldn't have...
Sadly, you were wrong, Trenchy. Sadly, you were wrong.
I'm gonna get a riding habit tomorrow. Dress up for Marty. I'm gonna get a hat too and a little whip and go wee. Some sugar cubes.
I don't know how Marty would react to that, but I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Grand,
Ethel's
he's
gone.
used
What?
to it. He's used to it.
Trenchy took over the stream. Trenchy, no.
Oh, my bad.
Trenchy, no. Trenchy took over the stream. No, he in control.
Trenchy, how do you feel about weird science? Do you like it, or do you think it's like something that old people like? Is it up to time, or do you appreciate it?
It's good. I seen it about a year ago once. It's a solid movie. It's fun. You know, it's a fun movie. It's a good comedy. It's better than some of Hughes' other movies.
What's your favorite?
Were you there when I was watching it with Mac and them?
Well, I watched it with Art. I thought you were there when we watched it with Art and Nate. Well, Nate wasn't watching it.
I was there, and I think Mac was there, right?
I don't remember him being there, but who knows? Mac's usually there.
And it was Art was there because I remember, and we watched because I went in and it was like halfway through the movie, and they're like, "Nah, we'll restart it," and they did. And I watched the full movie to Weird Science. Yeah. And I at first when I was thinking back on it, I was like, it was okay, but then now, like when you guys start talking about it more, my memories came back, and I'm like, nah, this movie is a good movie. You know, it's a good movie.
It's pretty good.
You know, it got all that weird stuff. It's definitely a product of its time, but you know, it's still good.
My favorite John Hughes movie is probably Uncle Buck or Breakfast Club, but Weird Science is up there.
Very cool. What about you, Ethel? What's your favorite John Hughes movie?
It's this movie. This is my favorite John Hughes movie. I love Weird Science. You kidding me?
Very
great.
Cool. Very cool. Not gonna surprise anyone. 16 Candles, baby. Long duck dong. Racism. Woo-hoo!
But yeah, so it lasts. It has good longevity. People still love the movie today. It's got that cult status. The TV show maybe not as beloved as the movie, but hey, who knows? It could get there someday. It had some fun gags in it. They took advantage of the fact that they weren't a movie and they couldn't show like nudity or have naughty language, so you could get around it in some circumstances. They had an episode where they ordered Lisa to take her clothes off, and she did, and she had black bars covering her privates, and she said that the black bars go away when they turn 18. That's a funny joke. I mean, it's clever. That's turning a limitation. Yeah, it turns a limitation into a comedy.
Yeah, very cool.
But would I recommend this movie to other people? I sure would. You know,
I would too.
French, would you recommend it?
Yeah,
I'm back. Sorry, I had to go get some food.
I like it better than some of John Hughes' other films like Home Alone, so I would recommend it.
Trenchy, you don't like Home Alone?
I prefer Home Alone 2 and 3 over Home Alone 1. I know that's weird, but Home Alone 2 is my favorite, but Home Alone 3, I just really enjoy the traps more.
Okay.
Home Alone 1 and 2 are practically the same movie, just one's in New York. At least that's my... I like Home Alone 1 the best. I feel like it started the concept, it did the concept the best. It's a perfect Christmas movie. You know, part 2 is basically more of the same. It's okay, but it is basically.
Tim Curry, though.
I'd say part 2 is better because he's not just protecting his home, he's saving Christmas for homeless children or dying children. I forget if they were dying or homeless.
Dying, I think cancer.
Yeah. And in the... Ooh, we got someone else in the back room, do we? Do we?
I think Carl got kicked
no,
again.
was just Kara again. Oh no! Wait, she's there. Let me let you in. I'm sorry, Kara. We were here for a second. Get on in here, because we're gonna add the queen. But yeah, no. My takeaways from this movie are well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys go first. I'm gonna go down the line. This is gonna be a variation on what I do on Fridays, and I'm gonna start with the person on the right. Trench, what can we take away from this film?
Well, it's a really fun movie where a missile gets put into someone's house and their house turns blue and there's a biker gang and there's a guy in a club with a funny voice.
Oh yeah, the jazz club.
Monster.
Yay!
That plays
Poop monster
game.
pudding.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you. Kara, what can we take away from this movie? What are the notable things?
It's the only monster. It's the only movie I know of to have a poo monster. The biker gang looks really goofy, and when there's a bomb in your house, maybe you should be focusing on that instead of the biker gang because it's a bomb.
Points.
Oh, and
Good
frozen
point.
grandparents. Frozen grandparents. Frozen in time. Frozen grandparents.
Well, if they're happy. They're not aging anymore.
We all wish that.
Jen, what can we take away from this movie? What are the notable things?
I think what people can take away from this movie is teenage boys are always going to be horny. It doesn't matter if you're in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever. Teenage boys are always going to be horny. And if there was a way to do this, you can bet your ass they would totally make a computer-generated hot woman. Kelly LeBrock, probably fucks horses. I took that away from this movie. Fun side note, but I did. It's a good movie. I think it's an underrated John. In all seriousness, I think it's a very underrated John Hughes film. It's not my favorite, but it's probably my second favorite the second or third favorite John Hughes film. There's a lot. I think Anthony Michael Hall really shines in this movie. He's great in it. The whole cast is great, and I also, in my headcanon, Michael Berryman is definitely his character from Hills Have Eyes. So what you got, horny boys, Hills Have Eyes connections. What more do you want? And I'm sure many a boy jerked off to this movie.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because Kelly LeBrock and Wyatt in her panties.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Let's hope they could have controlled themselves inside the theater.
Why? Pee Wee Herman did it. Why should teenage boys?
We should not follow Pee Wee Herman.
I'm not Trenchy. He had that little, trip in the theater.
I think Pee Wee Herman said it best when he said, "This is crack."
Was that when he was jerking off to someone's crack?
Well, that was the greatest PSA of all time.
I'm sorry, Trenchy. I couldn't resist.
This is crack.
Ethel just, tossed me too easy of a thing. I had to bat it. I had to take my naked doll and just bat it.
Man, you guys do make a good tag team.
Maybe Kelly LeBrock and her horse.
No, I am. Oh.
It came back to the horse, Trenchy. It came back to the horse.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Even when it is your horse, it's not strange if you're Kelly LeBrock and it's your horse that you have with your inner course.
Melts in your mouth and not in your hand.
I'm never gonna be
God
able to
bless
eat M&Ms the
Eminem.
same. I'm gonna be thinking about his horse.
What?
When I eat an M&M.
Oh, Scott,
Is it-
really?
hey,
No
look,
one
is
would
it-
think of me as Mary Magdalene. Well, maybe they would. Would you guys? I was thinking of Mary, but no, he's talking about the horn. Never mind. Maybe you guys can't see that. I was thinking of the.
If it weren't for her horse, she never would have retired from filmmaking.
You guys are giving me flashbacks of the horse with the onion in his ass.
She should have been in Hot
What
to
the
Trot,
hell,
Ethel.
Trenchy? What the?
Maybe her
What?
whole movies.
Trenchy, I don't even want to know what that is referencing, but
That would you
You
missed
had
it.
to be there.
You gotta be there, and if you weren't there, simply go back and go to the go to my my YouTube and look through my videos and find Hercules against the Moon Men and watch it.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe because you'll see naked chicks. Hot naked chicks. Fuck you two.
And horses'
Come
asses.
after us.
All right, so what can I take away from this movie? What do I take away from it? Well, it's a great comedy. We got a lot of crazy shit happening with no explanation other than, hey, if you create a woman with your computer and you give her all the intelligence of Einstein and all the sex appeal of every supermodel you can find in your magazine and your swank collection, then comedy will ensue, and she will make your life better, and it will snow in Chet's bedroom.
Awesome.
All that being said, and horses and Kelly LeBrock and things that will probably leak after her death on the internet.
Well, I imagine they're
Anyway.
leaking now because wouldn't horses, come a gallon, I would say. I've never seen a donkey show, but I've heard things.
Whoa.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Jen, because I did read a blog, and
You don't need an enema if
And
you
it
have
was
a horse.
fun.
Who needs an enema if you have a horse? Of course.
Okay. We should
I
just
read-
ask Larry the Cable Guy and not go any further into this. Leave this for Larry Cable Guy.
Why would Larry the Cable Guy want to do it?
there's a drink you can get at the Kentucky Derby, and one of the versions has a certain ingredient and rum, and the other version is just the certain ingredient.
Is
What
it
that
salty?
certain ingredient?
It is a salty, clearish white liquid that you can obtain, and it is served in a shot glass or highball glass. That is all I'm gonna say, and that is, you look that up if you don't believe me. It is fucked up beyond belief. Fact or fiction?
Google it if
Posted
you
by
dare.
John. But
What happens at the Kentucky
Anyway.
Derby stays at the Kentucky Derby.
Give it to Trenchy if you can.
No!
I'm
Give it to Trenchy
definitely
if you
not
can.
I'm definitely not talking about mint juleps, Kubrick. Although the liquid came from a creature named mint julep.
And that's the key word, people. It came from Mint Julius. That's the key word, came. God, I wish Marty were here.
Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna round things down, and I'm gonna do in the show's tradition and give everyone a chance to plug their thing. Maybe a bad choice of words, but here we go. Trench.
Oh God.
What's going on, buddy? Any collaborations? Any videos? We'll go back to the Hobbit anytime soon? What's going on?
No. Why is the Hobbit still relevant? Why is no video? Wait, what about the Kardashians? What? No, this is
South Park, the episode
scary.
where they tell where they say Kim Kardashian's a hobbit. Kanye West.
Oh, I've never seen.
It's funny. It's funny. I'm sure there's clips on YouTube, Trenchy. It's mean, but it's funny.
Bitch, how you not the Hobbit again?
Yeah, I love that.
So videos, collabs, live streams. What's going on?
I have no videos coming up. On Saturday, I'll be on Collector Man's channel discussing whatever we're discussing. I don't know what we're talking about. I think it's a hangout stream, but we're gonna be talking about stuff over there.
Ooh.
And Sunday, I'll probably be on whoever is doing the Sunday stream. Probably UFO, I think.
I believe so. This was the space where I would ask. I would tell everybody to go check out your channel, Trench, and hit up Collector Man. Man, and also take a look at our pal Anthro. I haven't given him a shout out in a long time, but check them out. They're good friends of all of ours, and I know him and Collector Man are tight. So yeah, check that shit out. Yep, and they're good people, good solid people. Kara has disappeared, but that's okay. Check out her channel, Master of Fear. Lots of interesting things with Legos and stop motion, and a good time is had by all. There's occasionally live streams over there, so check her out. Jen.
She did a very good tier ranking of Friday the 13th.
Oh,
She
very
did
cool.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know she did one.
Very cool. I'll check it out.
Oh, good. Jen, what have you dug up from the grave for us all?
I've got a few things. Let's see. Sparky and I have we're going to be doing. Hopefully, he'll be home soon, but don't hold me to that. We've said that how many times? 4 months later. But Sparky and I have a few things in the works. We're going to be doing a Tales from the Crypt episode because we missed last week's. And we will be doing as soon as we have time because we've both seen the new Firestarter. So there will be a review on the new Firestarter out soon. Oh boy, that was a movie, guys. There was a movie, but you'll hear more about.
I haven't even seen the
Oh my
original.
God.
Firestarter.
I haven't seen the original, so
Excellent. Jen, you and Marty should do Firehead on Trash Fire Theater.
I'll mention it to him. Is it a porno?
No, no, but it's all I'm gonna say is laser eyes. That's all I'm gonna say.
God. I never do good with lasers and trash fire. Lasers and trash fire. I never get good ones. Fucking night beast.
Pew pew.
So definitely check out Jen's channel. Jen's Reviews from the Grave. Check out Trenchy's channel, The Soulless Trenchcoat. Check out Kara's channel, The Master of Fear. We gave you a good plug, Kara. You know, because you were gone for a minute. So yeah. If you're so enthused and you like the things that I do here and my stuff, maybe, you know, give it a thumbs up. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up, leave it a friendly little comment. If you don't like this video, give it the middle finger, give it a thumbs down, tell me to fuck off, you know. That'll I'll listen to your constructive
I can't handle the rejection.
or not so constructive.
I'll kill myself.
I just don't know how I don't know if I could handle that kind of rejection.
My mother never loved me.
But subscribe, people.
But certainly,
subscribe.
Certainly do
Or we'll
that,
throw rocks at your
and you could
children.
also
Bringing that classic back.
you could do that. You could also do that. You could also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at _Ethel_Cross_, and you could talk to me. You could leave me little messages. You could send me illicit pictures of Kelly LeBrock and her horses, and you could also vote. You could vote on the movie we're going to watch on Watch Along, not this Friday, but next Friday. What are your choices? Well, you gotta check it out and see. It's a mystery. I haven't displayed the 4 movies that you have to choose from, but there will be 4 movies up on my Twitter pretty soon for you guys to vote for. So check it out. Don't sleep on it. Get your votes in. Movie. And yeah, join me here next Sunday. We'll be talking about You Gotta Wait. You gotta wait. It's gonna be a surprise. I'm gonna spring it on you later on. Twitter. Check Twitter. Check my Twitter to find out what it is ahead of time, or just wait till it pops up, like a friendly horse, in your feed. And
like an erection.
Like a friendly horse.
Like an erection.
like a friendly. Like a friend. Oh my goodness. Check it out. Just check it out. You'll see it. It'll be in there. Consider subscribing to this channel. If you've not already been turned off by the discussion at hand, you know, give it a subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when this happens. Everything. No. But yeah, so I just want to thank everyone that was in the chat. Let me see if I can do it without missing anybody. I had John Steele, I had Kara, Master of Fear, I had Brian, Kubrick Lover, I had Scott Stevens, I had Kelly, I had who else did I have? I had American Werewolf in New Jersey. I had Ben Grimm. I had Ben Grimm, and I had Stephanie. I had Stephanie in there as well. And yeah, when I had Kelly again, I had Kelly, and if I'm leaving anybody out, I sincerely apologize. I still love you. Just, you know, I'm not good at remembering shit. Come on, cut me some slack, would you? So yeah, thank you for watching. Check out these awesome people that are with me tonight and look at their channels. Thank you, Trenchy, Jen. I will see you guys Sunday. Take it easy. Adios.
Stay
Horse
frosty.
Frosty.
Horse fucking.